record. Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, and with special guest Ann Casco. Thank you so much for coming on with us today. My name is Gabby Hernandez. I've been with Plexus about 4 years in August. And I am married. I have 2 children. I have a 9-year-old and a 19-year-old. And I live in Munster, Indiana. Now I'm going to pass it on to Renee to give us a little bio.
Hi, I'm Renee Anzac. I have been doing Plexus for over 4 years. I started in February of 2016, and I live in Hobart. And I'm not sure who's next.
Mel is next.
Hi, my name is Melinda. I live in Griffith, Indiana. I'm a mom of 3 adults, and I've been on Plexus since October 2017, and I will hand it over to Marsha.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marsha Aguirre. I live in Couch, Indiana. I have been taking Plexus consistently since July of 2017. And I got started all because of my best friend Renee and her upline Ann. So I'm going to introduce her, and we'd like to hear your story. Can you just tell us a little bit about how you got started and how you were feeling, and then we'll ask you a bunch of questions.
Okay, sure. So my name is Ann Casco, and I have been doing Plexus for just about 5 years now. And before I started Plexus, I was kind of just at a bad point in my life. I had been struggling with lupus since I was in my teens, actually. It took me until I was in my 20s before I was diagnosed, but I had symptoms from the time I was in high school. So just dealt with chronic pain from the arthritis that coincides with lupus. So I had a lot of issues with, like I said, the chronic pain, chronic fatigue. I had digestive issues, irritable bowel, that kind of thing. So many different things that I struggled with basically on a daily basis. So I was just at a really bad time in my life when I went to visit my sister-in-law in Texas, and I was just kind of giving her the update on my health and, just kind of feeling down. And I'm like, I've tried just about everything and nothing seems to help me. Nothing seems to work. So she said, you need to talk to my friend Robin while you're here. So her friend Robin was in Texas and sold the Plexus products. So she said, it won't hurt anything. You should just meet up with her. And I said, sure, why not? I've tried everything else. I may as well. So my sister-in-law, Colleen, set up an appointment with Robin, who is now all of our upline, just turned diamond in the company. So I went and talked with Robin, and just after I talked with her, she just said, girl, you've got to try this. You've got to give this a shot, because I've heard so many stories like yours and their lives have been completely transformed. So I signed up that day, not only just for the products, but I signed up as an ambassador. I wanted the best discount for my products because I knew that I needed to give it my best go if I was going to be successful. And I was, knew I was going to give it at least the 3-month time to try it out. And I started seeing things almost immediately. I first noticed the energy. I just had so much more energy, which was miraculous in itself, because if you've ever dealt with an autoimmune disorder where you're wiped of energy, it's just everyday, daily routine just wears you out. And I'm a teacher, so I was teaching full time, and trying to be a mom and a teacher when you're working full time and you're struggling just to get through the day, you're basically wiped out by the time you get home and you have nothing else left to give. So I noticed right away, once I started the triplex, that my energy was better. And I was able to, give my family more time in the evening and actually get them, be a little bit normal mom again. So after a few weeks, I started to notice other changes. I started to notice my digestion was helped tremendously with the probiotic and the cleanse working hand in hand. I was no longer struggling with irritable bowel anymore. And as a matter of fact, I've never had irritable bowel pain like I had. I've never once had it to the extreme that I did before starting the Plexus. I never had one of the moments where I'm just doubled over with cramping pain. I've never had that again. And I still, to this day, I still take my triplex daily. And I will never stop taking it for those reasons, because I can eat whatever I want to and not, have to suffer consequences again. So that was the next thing that I noticed with the Plexus products. And then I noticed that not only was I not having inflammation in my gut that was causing the irritable bowel problems, but I was not having the inflammation throughout my body that was causing my arthritis pain with the lupus. That's basically what's happening, is your body is so inflamed that you're in pain all the time. So my inflammation totally just went down after I started with the products, and it just helped me tremendously to get my life back again, to feel like a normal human being again. And like I said, here I am 5 years out, and I'm still taking my products every single day, because that's how strongly I believe that they help me and help my body. I had other issues. Not only did I have lupus, but I had was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease from being bit by a tick, and the Plexus products helped me tremendously with that also. I had nerve damage to my nerves from the tick bite. And I know it sounds crazy, but when you have Lyme disease, so much of your body is affected. It affects your entire neurological system. But I had bad nerve damage, and I had pain down my arms, and I had loss of feeling. So I actually started on Plexus Nerve, and after several months on Plexus Nerve, my nerves were restored. I had no more nerve pain. I had no more loss of feeling in my nerves. So much. So from so many different products, I could go on and on about all of the products that I've used and I tried. I feel like I'm so much healthier using Plexus products. I use their lean shakes. Also, that's something that I like, that gives me energy and fills me up. And just to have a healthy diet, I feel like that's a great start to my day, just to keep me healthy and eating healthy. So many different things. But like I said, 5 years in, still using the products every day. I'm still an ambassador for Plexus, and I'm not ever going to go back.
So I know that your husband is a pharmacist. So once you signed up, was he okay with you taking this? I mean, how did he feel about the ingredients in these products?
Yeah. So my husband is, he's kind of cynical about pretty much everything. And when I came home and said, okay, guess what? I'm back from Texas, and I signed up for this company, and I'm now selling the products, and I'm taking them. He was like, oh my gosh, what did you do? Not again. What have you done? And so I'm like, no, here, look. So he took my products from me, and he looked at them all. He looked at all of the ingredients on the back of the packages. And then he's like, well, honestly, I can't find anything bad in these products. Like, everything that I'm seeing here listed for ingredients, he's like, they're actually all good for you. So he right away, after he actually had the products in his hand and looked at the ingredients, he knew that what I was taking was actually, there was nothing bad in it, and there was nothing that was going to cause any damage to my body or to myself. My husband takes Plexus every day. He lost a lot of weight taking Plexus, and he still takes it every day. So he is a pharmacist. He not only did he look at the ingredients and say, you know, everything looks good. These are good ingredients. There's nothing bad in here. These are good things for your body. But he's actually now taking them too. So he's been taking Plexus right alongside me for a few years.
That's good. And you also have hypothyroidism, correct?
Yes.
And how has that changed since you've been on the products?
Okay, so yes, that was something in my health history that I forgot to mention, but yes, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, and I have not taken my thyroid medication in probably 4.5 years. So I always took medication for my thyroid problem. And I had a lot of problems with my thyroid medication because it would make my heart rate go up extremely high. So I love to do Zumba. So I'd be doing Zumba and my heart rate would go really up so high. And then even if I was using the treadmill, like my heart rate would go up so high. And so that was something that I hated about my medication. It was, you know, you have to take this because of your thyroid levels. But at the same time, I couldn't work out or do other things normally without my heart rate going up really high. And so once I started the Plexus products, everything, my levels were fine. So I decided on my own, I wouldn't, you know, just advise people to get off their medication, but I decided I was going to try going off my medications for a little bit and see if it, you know, where my levels would be, because I heard of so many different stories and testimonies of people who had thyroid issues and they were able to wean themselves off their medications because the Plexus was keeping their blood sugar, you know, everything was keeping stable. So I took myself off and I've never had to go back on the thyroid medication. Every single time, every 3 months when I go and get all of my blood work checked up, they check my thyroid levels and I'm always falling in normal range. So I've never had to go back on. And I do 100% believe that that's because my Plexus products, because it's the only thing that I've changed in that amount of time where the medication is not there, but my levels are right where they need to be.
That's amazing. I'm hoping to get to that point. I tried taking myself off of my thyroid medicine and I don't recommend it. I mean, my levels are weaning down, but I just didn't want to take it anymore. So it's kind of my own fault.
Yes. Well, like I said, I'm not saying anyone should do that without talking to their doctor.
Right.
But it was definitely, it worked for me, and not having to go through having the heart rate issues with that medication made a world of difference for me.
And are you still taking everything, like your triplex, and like, do you still take nerve? Or are you done with that now that your nerve's regenerated?
I never had to take nerve again. I took nerve. I believe I took it. I noticed after 3 months is when I noticed it. It was doing what it was supposed to do for me. And I continued to take it for like another 6 months. And then after that, I've never had to take nerve again. And I've never had any of the nerve issues again. So I've never taken the nerve again. I use so many of the Plexus products though. Like I use the Joyome system for my face. I use the day cream and the evening cream. I use that for my face. If I have an achy joint, from time to time, I will use the Plexus Ease cream. It's kind of like an icy hot, but not so potent. And I use that on my joints. Like, you know, I mean, if before I go to bed, if my shoulder's hurting or something, I'll just rub some of that on, and it helps a lot. Like I said, I use the lean every day. I put collagen into my lean protein shake. I take the triplex every day. I will never go without my triplex, just for so many different reasons. But I just completely believe in the triplex 100%. So, but yeah, I so many products that I've taken along the line, and I've been happy with everything that I've taken.
So you would definitely recommend these products to anybody out there looking for, you know, answers to their health
Absolutely.
problems?
100%. I mean, like I said, I've tried so many things before. I tried Plexus. I have tried so many different things. And when it comes down to it, there's nothing, never came across any products that were as good as the Plexus products are. And not just one issue with my body, but like the whole body, like complete health from the inside out. And that's what I feel like the products have done for me, just given me health from the inside out. And then in doing so, it's just helped the symptoms of those issues that I had with my lupus and with the thyroid issues and with the chronic Lyme disease, with irritable bowel. All of those things were just health issues. And by making my body healthy from the inside out, it has helped all of those issues for me.
That's awesome.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Anne, I know, like you said, you used other things in the past before Plexus. Didn't you use like the expensive refrigerated probiotics?
Yes.
Before
Yes,
Plexus?
I did. I was paying big time money. I mean, like $80 for probiotics that needed to be refrigerated. And I was told you need to use these are good. They are expensive, but if you really want to feel better, you need to use these. I had those expensive probiotics sitting in my refrigerator. I used them. I never noticed any difference whatsoever when I was using them. And it was kind of sickening to pay $80 for a little tiny bottle, and then you have to refrigerate it, and then you have to remember to get it out of the refrigerator and it was a hassle because I had to. It's not something I could take with me on the go, when you had to have it refrigerated. And like I said, never felt anything different by using those expensive ones. And then once I started with ours, it's just, like I said, a miracle of what it's done for my digestive system, and then just full body inflammation, just a miracle for what it's done for me. So, and like half the price, more than half the price, our products are. And I just think that they're top of the line. Everything that I've read about our products and the way that they work, it makes a world of difference. And it makes sense that you have your probiotic and your cleanse that are working hand in hand together, where, just $80 for a probiotic and it wasn't doing the job. It wasn't, it was maybe putting some good things back into my system, but it wasn't like cleaning the system out and getting rid of that bad bacteria. And I feel like that's what our products are really doing. It's putting in good and taking bad out.
I do have a question. I know you cleared it with your husband. What
Yes.
did the doctors say? Did you have to clear it with them?
I did not clear it with my doctors, but I did tell my doctors what I was doing. And my rheumatologist that I see for my lupus said, girl, if you're feeling good, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And so I told her, it's Plexus, it's this. And she's like, actually, I've heard a lot about that. She's like, I've never tried it, but I've heard a lot about it. And I've heard of, several of my patients have had good luck and swear by it. So if it's working for you, girl, don't stop. So it was great to hear that from a doctor.
Yeah, a lot of doctors say I haven't heard anybody say that to me or anything, but I do hear a lot of people say, doctors are like, yeah, if it's working for you, keep doing it.
Yeah, seriously. Why would you stop doing something that is not bad for you in any sense of any being at all? It's not bad for you, and it's got a lot of good components that are good for your body. And if it's making you feel a million times better, this is miraculous.
I actually had a doctor, I took all my ingredients. So, I had started it and then I had stopped taking the products for a while. And then when I went back on them, I took them to my doctor, and he sat there and he read everything. And he said, everybody needs these ingredients in their body. It's going to take you a little bit longer to feel better, but don't stop. And
Yes.
I said, okay. And I haven't since then. I mean, thank goodness you and Renee brought it to our area, because I can't imagine what I would be like if I didn't have them.
That's how I feel too. I'm like, thank goodness I took that trip to Texas, and just happened to let my heart out to my sister-in-law because something in her mind made that connection. Like, I know this girl and I think you need to talk to her. And, I kind of, I'm a big Christian myself, but I think, that was the power of God right there. Like, just putting me in the right spot at the right time, right when, I was pretty much at such a low point and ready just to say, I give up. You get to that point, you're very frustrated and it causes depression and everything else. And so I just feel like, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, that's awesome.
And I just know when I saw Anne starting to share this on Plexus, I thought, what is she doing? Because it was, my husband went to school with Anne and her husband, and yeah. I'm like, it just was odd,
Okay.
But then I reached out to you. It did take me a few months to finally hop on board because I was skeptical. And I had some heart issues. I was afraid. I didn't want my heart racing and all the things. And I was so scared. And then I was in the website signing up, and I was still scared, and I'm messaging you. And then that's when you said, Ed has checked, and I know Ed.
Yes. My husband, like I said, he is like,
not that I didn't believe, because I trusted both of you guys. And that's what made me take that leap. You helped me, and then you're like, Ed has checked everything for me, and knowing all the health issues that you've had, and he checked what for you to be okay to take it. I knew it was going to be okay for me to take it. So yeah. It took me months, but I finally did it, and it's changed my life.
And Renee, just like looking at your transformation, I mean, your transformation, like, you can very physically see like your health transformation. You just look so much healthier. And it's been great to have you on the journey, because just seeing me sharing and how that's helped somebody else, I mean, it's just fabulous. And yeah, you have a good point, because my husband is very, like, she knows my husband, he's very like protective of me and our kids, and like what we put into our body and everything. He's very protective about it. And like I said, very cynical about pretty much everything. So yeah, when he looked at everything and he wanted to find something wrong with it, I mean, honestly, he did, because he wanted to be like, you're not doing this. Like, no, you're quitting tomorrow. He did. That's what he normally is like. And for him to check it all out, look over the ingredients. He even said, like some of the stuff he was reading about as far as ingredients were things that in his medical journals that he had been reading about that were good for your body, and that, people were putting into supplements and things like that to help people. So he tried with like a magnifying glass to find something that would tell me that I couldn't do it, but he couldn't find it. So, and like I said, for him to take it also alongside with me, I mean, that's a big thing right there too. My daughter takes it too, and he would never let her put anything into her body, if he did not agree with it. So that's testimony in itself.
Hi, I have a question too. So you said you also take the lean, and why?
Yes.
So since the triplex was helping you, what made you want to take the lean protein? And what does your husband say about the lean protein?
My husband, like, he said the lean protein shake is good. I mean, the reason why I did it alongside with my triplex I feel like is 100% like what I need to keep myself healthy. The lean is just like a way of trying to continue with that and to make me eat healthier. I just feel like when I start my day off with that, and sometimes I'll even take my Slim and pour it in my Slim shake, but I just feel like when I start
you put your Slim in the lean?
Sometimes I do.
How does that taste?
Well, it depends on what kind of lean shake I'm making. So if I'm making one that has kind of like a fruity, then I'll just pour it right in there too. If I'm doing, I like to change it up. So like sometimes I'll make like a cinnamon flavored like lean, so that then I don't put it in there. But if I'm just doing like bananas and strawberries and stuff, I just put it right in there, and it's great. It's great. It just, you know, adds more flavor to my shake. But I just find that it's just a good healthy start for me, because I am the type, because I do work, I'm out the door in the morning, and a lot of times I won't eat anything before I go, and then, you know, and then I'm hungry at lunch, and then I come home from work and I'm starving. So I feel like when I start my day off with the lean, it keeps me filled because of the protein. So I'm not like starving then throughout the day. I have a normal like lunch and then a normal dinner, and I'm not like so ravished hungry by the time I get home. So, and I feel like it's just a great way to start my day, so I'm not running out the door with an empty stomach, which is normally what I would have done.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that I reached out to you, because I love hearing your story, and I wish if more people would listen to us, they would get better health benefits, you know, but a lot of people are skeptical and afraid to take these products. But you've been through so much and have gone so long without any answers. So
Yes.
I think it's great to hear everything that you have achieved through these products.
Yes. And like I said, I mean, for me, it was an easy thing, because I've tried everything. I have nothing left to lose. So I'm trying this, and it was like the best decision that I ever made for myself. Like, I feel healthier now than I've probably ever felt. And I'm going to be 45 this summer. So, you know, that's huge for me. It's huge to feel like I have my health back. It's, you know, there's nothing more relevant in your life than your health. I mean, that controls everything that you do and all that you can be every single day. So, you know, it's like some people don't want to put any money towards their health. And it's like, why would that be the one place that you don't want to, you know, that's the one place that you should invest a little bit. And it's not crazy expensive. It's just investing in your health, and that's going to be everything in your life. You know, health is everything. And if you don't have your health, you're not going to be able to get through your daily routine, daily tasks, daily everything, be the mom that you need to be, and be the whatever your profession is. You know, you have to have your health to be able to be successful in all of those areas. So I'm just so thankful that I started this 5 years ago, and that I brought it back and believed in it enough to share with all of you.
Yes, we are very grateful also.
Yeah.
I do have a fun fact about the ease that I don't know, not too many people know, especially since you live in Florida. Did you know that if you have a sunburn and you put the ease on, that it takes the sting out of a sunburn?
You know, I only knew about that because I saw my sister-in-law, Colleen, that started me on Plexus with her friend when I went to visit her in Texas. She posted lately that her husband had a bad sunburn, and she gave him the ease to put on, and that it helped with that. And I was like, holy cow, I did not even know that.
I did it to Joshua last year, because he did landscaping last summer and he was fried. And I said, let me put this on you. He said, are you crazy? I said, I think it'll help you. And he put it on, and he said it felt cool when, you know, instead of that warming effect, but then it took the sting completely out of his sunburn.
Yes, that's crazy. So I have that on hand. So if any of us have a sunburn, that's what's going to happen. We're going to use that for sure.
You need to take a picture before and after, you know, and kind of like document what happens. But yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Yes, especially being in Florida, because it happens. It happens quick.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys have any other questions you want to ask her?
No, thank you so much, Anne, for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. It's so good to see all of your faces.
It was nice to see you.
Yeah, and if you're ever up here, we need to get together for dinner or something if you ever come up this way.
Yes, I am. I'm coming up in July, actually. So I'll reach out to you girls. We'll definitely do that.
That's great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you guys.
Thank you
Have a
so
great
much.
day.
Thank you,
Absolutely. You
Ann.
guys take
Appreciate
care.
it.
Thank
You
Okay.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Ann.